we are. Good morning. How are we? Thanks for joining us again. We're up bright and early this morning. It's a little cool weather, but we're heading out for a ride. We're going to be joined shortly by lovely Miss Lorilei, and we're heading out for breakfast. We're going to take in some country roads in and around where we live. One of the nice things about this ride, and you'll also see it on our website. I'll post the route that we take. One of the nice things, in driving close to where you live. So we live in a small town called Keswick, about an hour north of Toronto in Ontario here. A lot of people think they have to head north to find some nice roads, but for us, we're heading to a little town called Schomberg, which is southwest of us. I'm going to go and find a little restaurant there called, in this corner, little breakfast bar, right? So breakfast is one of my favorite things. So, we'll get on the bikes, we'll take a nice ride, and you'll be able to see some of the roads that I'm talking about. Very scenic, not a fast pace, again, we're close to the city, but these little hidden gems, which are great to ride. Good morning, Lorilei.
Good morning, Dave.
Okay, so big question. What jacket are you wearing?
I don't know. How cold is it outside?
I stuck my hand out, and it felt that cold.
That cold?
Yes,
okay.
Which is slightly less than being that warm.
Which is a rocket, not a Harley.
So you're a rocket girl today.
I'm a rocket girl today, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trying something new today. I've got my Google map on my screen, kind of give you an idea of where we're going to be taking our ride. So at the top of the screen here, you see the Esso station. That's actually at the south end of Keswick. We're going to be traveling down to the Holland Landing, which is this area in here. Then further down, we're going to be cutting across Newmarket, down along Bathurst Street, over towards Kettleby, before crossing over the Highway 400, heading over to Schomberg. And in Schomberg, there's a number of places. I'll just draw you here. If you're in the afternoon, some great places, the Schomberg Pub and Patio, also the Scruffy Duck Tap Grill Music Center. I've been to that place a few times, and great food. The place we're going to be going today is in this corner, a little restaurant, breakfast restaurant, opens at 7 in the morning. All right, so I hope that this portion here of trying the new recording of my Google Maps has been useful for you. And let me know in the comments below whether or not you think this is something that would be useful in doing for other rides that we do. Okay, I'm very interested to hear your thoughts. Thanks. in
Made it.
this corner. Yeah.
In this
So now-
corner.
in this corner, that's the name of the restaurant.
It is.
So we've come here for breakfast.
Which is now closer to lunchtime, I think, but
Yeah.
breakfast it is.
So a great ride this morning from Keswick all over to Schaumburg. About an hour and a half ride. Found a great little hole in the wall for breakfast called In This Corner. I'll put on the picture of our breakfast. Great big silver platter. Pancakes, bacon, sausage, eggs. Just what a guy rides. So we're going to head home now. We're just going to jump on the highway, quick ride home, and we'll see you again soon.